Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can get this cursor follow text effect in React. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so now you can see the element that we had in the intro. So the first thing I'm going to do is add the text element that follows the movement of the cursor. So I'll just go underneath the video tag. The video is within another container called the video container, and I'm just going to add a p tag with the text we had before, and I'll give it an ID of, say, move text, and let's check that. Alright, so now we want that to be position absolute within its container. So make sure the container of the text has a position of relative. So then I can target the move text, give it a position of absolute, top 0, left 0, and a color of white, because a darker color would be less visible on this background. Alright, so next we'll add an event listener to the container of these two items. So we'll say on mouse move. So when we move the mouse over this item, we're gonna run the function move text. So go to the top. Yep, it's shown an error because we've not defined move text yet. So let's go to the top, and then we'll create this function move text. So move text will get E, or event, which is the movement of the mouse. So we'll say x equals to e.clientX, and we'll do the same for y. This is basically, again, the position of the mouse each time the mouse is moved over this item. And then what we'll do with that is we'll get the element, so the text element document dot get element by ID, or again the, what do we call it again? We're getting the p text with the ID of move text. So move text, and then we will move it according to the position of the mouse. So text ella dot style dot top will make it the position of the mouse, and the left will make it the width position of the mouse. What we did here is that we did not declare the variables, so we'll say let x equals that and let y equals that. Save it. Yep, we're good. And as you can see, it disappears, and that's because the top and left that we're moving the text element by is not relative to the container, it's relative to the mouse. So it would have moved somewhere down there and somewhere to the left here. So what we need to do instead is make it relative to the container by using the proportions of the container. So we'll get the container itself, const container equals to document.get element by ID, and we're looking for the ID of video container. I believe that's what I called it. Yes. So then we'll get the dimensions of the container, and what we will translate the top and left of the text element by is, it's better if I show you. So if you go on to Mozilla and you look at the get mountain client rect function, it will give you a better visualization of this. So what we will be doing is subtracting this top element from the position of the mouse element, and then we will be able to get the position of the mouse relative to the container. I'll just do it now so you can see what I'm talking about. So let top equals to container dot get bounding client rect dot top, and then we will subtract it from the mouse position, or rather subtract the mouse position from that, and then do the same except for the left. Change Y to X and change this to left. This has to be brackets behind this, and then we'll use them so this warning doesn't show up. So instead of translating by the position of the mouse, we'll translate it by the new variables we have here. So top and left. Let's check that out. Hopefully it works. Yep. And as you can see, once we move off of it, it does still remain there. So now we have to add event listeners for when we go off it. And yeah, let's get, oh, another thing. You see that the text wraps into another line. To prevent that, we have to give it a fixed width. So let's go to our styling, and then we'll just say width 10 characters, something like that. And it shouldn't curl over when, yep. If you're wondering why it doesn't show up when we move over, it's because the container has an overflow of hidden, so the mouse won't move where it's not meant to be. Alright, let's add the other event listers now. So we will say when we leave, so on mouse leave, we'll run another function called hide text, and let's create that function up here. So function hide text, and what we'll be doing is we'll get the same element of move text. Let's copy that, paste it here, and what we're doing now is when it leaves, this function will be called, and it's going to set the opacity of the element to 0. So text ela.style.opacity 0, and make sure it has a transition so it isn't abrupt. Transition opacity, let's say half a second ease in, and let's make sure when this function is called, the opacity is set back to 100%. So right under here, text ela.style.opacity equals 100%. And move off, fades away, move back in, shows up. Move off, fades away, move back in, shows up. And now let's get the video to play when we hover over it as well. So we'll just get the video right here. We'll give it an ID of video, and let's play the video and pause it with the corresponding functions. So we'll say const video equals to document dot get element by ID of video, and then we will play it when we hover over, and we will pause it when we move off. let's save that, and hopefully it works. Perfect. One thing you should do to make sure the video loops is that you add loop to the video element, and yeah, you can make this work for any container. I could have made it show up in the hero section or for any container. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.